guys, shalom, shalom. This is Dr. Nabi about Yehuda, bring you intimate truth. This is the truth that you embrace that makes you free. Makes you free. All right, guys, so I wanted to come in here and do a little storytelling with you guys. We live in a time where there are so many people going through so many things. It could be traumatic, it could be divorce, a loss of a job, a loss of a loved one, and people get emotionally disheveled because the proverbial rug has been pulled out from among them, and they have a hard time resetting or recalibrating. And so the reason why I wrote this book, Sowing into Your Own Field, Investing in You, is because a lot of times because of life, because of family, because of marriage, people have found themselves losing themselves. People lose themselves in relationships. This happens every single day. So what I want to do is I want to ask you guys some questions, like where are you within that spectrum? Are you over 50, over 60, over 40, trying to get your life back on track? Do you feel like your life has been derailed? Do you feel as though that rug has been pulled out, from you? Have your children moved out and now that you're an empty nester and you don't know what to do? Are you trying to change careers? Which a lot of people are actually trying to change careers because right now this whole big AI situation is happening. So, because of, and this is something that I've noticed over the years, people have a lot of voices in their ear. Well, let me tell you what I think you should do. Well, what you need to do is this. Well, you'll never be able to do that. And so you have all of this in your ear, and then you kind of lose your own voice. And it's about reclaiming your own voice. This is about recalibrating. Listen, I tell people all the time, your story is my story. And the other thing that I want to tell you, it's about you. And it's about time. All right, so let's get into it. So I'm going to go into chapter 2 of this book. And this chapter is called, Who Told You That? And we're going to be looking at the voices, the voices, the voices. And so I'm going to give you one of my favorite quotes by me. To hear is natural. To discern is intentional. I choose the voice that aligns with truth. All right, so the interesting thing about being you is that nobody else can beat you being you. There are times when you will see somebody else in their, what do I want to say? They're doing their vibe, they're doing their thing. But that's them. That's not you. And you may admire it so much that you might want to do that thing too, but it may not be you. But I do want to encourage you that there is nobody on the planet that can beat you being you. A sad and common reality is that people walk around their whole lives thinking that they are someone else. Yes, beloved, an imposter. My question is, who told you that you were this or that? What voices are you listening to? And why are you even listening to them? I know that we like to feel included, we want to feel approved of, that we've been accepted and welcomed, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what? That's normal. My next question is this. What do you do when you're not included, not approved of, or not welcomed? What happens when the people that you thought would recognize you never get to quite see who you really are clearly? What do you do when you have been misunderstood, mislabeled, or quietly set aside? These moments have a way of pressing on identity. They can, oh my goodness, this is good right here. This can tempt you to think or to shrink, to explain yourself excessively. I call it over-explaining. Or to reshape who you are just to gain acceptance. But rejection, misunderstanding, and exclusion are not instructions to abandon yourself. They are an invitation to become more discerning about whose voice you are allowing to define you. Not everyone has the capacity to understand you. Please write that down. Not everybody has the capacity to understand you. And not every space has the grace to hold you. When you expect clarity from those who are committed to seeing you through their own limited vision, their own limited eyes, their own limited lens, you will keep circling in frustration. And how long are we going to go around that mountain? There's a difference between being unseen and being out of place. One is painful, but the other is revealing. And sometimes you are not being overlooked. You are simply not meant to be rooted in that environment. The voice of distraction will tell you to choose validation to prove your worth and to keep knocking on doors that have already made their decision. The voice of clarity will remind you that your value is not determined by who includes you, but by who you were created to be. That's good. I mean, you could just kind of marinate right in that space. What has been your greatest challenge for pushing the needle forward, for standing up for you, for sowing into your own field, for investing in you? What challenges have you had in your life? Again, I mentioned things like, it could be your children, it could be divorce, it could be anything. Put it down in the comments because I really would love to hear from you. And in the next video, I would like to be able to speak to those comments. What voices have been in your ears? Is it something that your parents said to you? Was it something, an older sibling, a professor, a boss, a frienda? What has kept you stuck? Why do you think you haven't moved forward? And a lot of times we're dealing with what I call limited or limiting beliefs. They kind of pigeonhole you in a place, especially where your thought life is concerned. You have a decision to make. And we're not talking about choices, because we got choice, door number 1, door number 2. No, you have to make a decision. You have to cut off all other options and make a straight laser decision on what you're going to do with the rest of your life starting today. Get rid of those voices. They are not serving you. If they're not building you up, if they're not supporting you, if they're not filled with wisdom, if that voice is not listening to your heart, I encourage you to get rid of it, to remove them, get them out of your life. They are not serving you. And don't be afraid to not answer the phone. You got voicemail. This is the 21st century. Let it go to voicemail. And remember that no is a complete sentence. So you don't have to explain yourself. I want to see if there's, let me say this. I want to say this. There is the voice of clarity. It is not always the loudest, but it is steady. It does not compete for attention. It waits to be recognized. This voice brings alignment, not confusion. It does not push you into chaos, but calls you into order. It reminds you of what is true, what is necessary, and what is yours to do. It does not overwhelm you with everything all at once, but gives you what you need for the moment. And I think a lot of times we get overwhelmed because we're looking at this big project. We're looking at this big, I got to do this. I need to be over here. And I need to. It's by the moments. It's by the moments. And then we end up self-sabotaging ourselves. And here's the other thing. We procrastinate. Oh, how we procrastinate. And I remember, I don't know, maybe it was a year and a half ago, I was getting up out of my bed and I kept saying out of my mouth, consistency. Consistency. And then I ended up making a t-shirt that says procrastination is my Achilles heel. But consistency, that's what's going to cause me to run. So the t-shirt says procrastination is my Achilles heel, but consistency will cause me to run. And when I put that t-shirt on, I feel empowered, and I am reminded that all things are possible. I am reminded that procrastination has this intention to never ever serve me, to keep me bound, to keep me on the back burner. Beloved, I want you to make a decision to be consistent. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how impossible it looks, you've got help. It's all around you. You just got to open up your eyes and see. And you want to look for it and change the way you think. So, for instance, don't say, oh, I can't afford that. Say, how can I afford that? Because now the brain is forced to think. It's forced to deduce. It's forced to come up with an answer. How? Because once you say, I can't do something, that's the end of it. It's like no, the complete sentence, the complete shutdown. Excuses are nothing more than a well-planned lie. Let's not do that. Let's not be repeat offenders. Let's get clear, a clear voice, a clear sound, and I want to almost say a clear plan, but sometimes you don't know what the big picture is, but you can start taking little baby steps. Okay, now what do I need to do to get this done? Work backwards. You see the goal, work backwards towards you. You see the goal out there, just work backwards, bring it in. Okay, what do I need to do that? Okay, now what do I need to do that next thing? Okay, well, who do I need to speak to? Who do I need to call? What do I need to research on Google, ChatGPT, Midjourney, Gemini, whatever? How can I get this thing done? Because when it looks really dark, then you can't see anything. You know, when the lights come on, when you start thinking, how can I? And you may get an answer right then. You might get one in 5 minutes. The phone might ring. You might see something online. But the how will come. But the question is today, what do I need to do today that's going to get me to my goal? What do I need to do today? Who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to call? What prayer points do I need? What is my affirmations? What is my declaration? It starts with this. Because the seeds of greatness are living on the inside of you. If you do not believe that, it's like hanging up the phone in transmission. But I want to encourage you. Pick up the phone, take the call, ask the question, make the move, take the leap. Take the leap. Because you will miss all the shots that you never take. I am Dr. Nabiya Yehovah, bring you intimate truth. It's the truth that you embrace that makes you free. I'll see you next time. Shalom, shalom. Don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe if you have not done that already. Shalom.